Have you ever wondered what makes a woman truly crave intimacy? Is it something physical, emotional, or perhaps psychological? A few years ago, I was in a relationship where everything seemed perfect on the surface, but something was missing. No matter how hard I tried, it felt like I couldn't bridge that emotional gap to make her truly crave being close. It wasn't until I dove deep into understanding psychology and the principles of Stoicism that I realized intimacy is not just about being together. It's about creating emotional security, understanding her mind, and mastering your own emotions. Once I learned this, everything changed. Our connection deepened, and that craving for intimacy grew naturally. If you've ever felt like you're struggling to build that deep emotional connection, this video is for you. By the end, you'll understand the psychological keys that unlock intimacy and how Stoic principles can guide you in becoming the emotionally stable yet vulnerable partner she desires. Stay with me, and you'll see how it all fits together. Number 1. Introduction to intimacy and its psychological roots. Welcome to this video where we'll dive deep into understanding intimacy from a psychological perspective. Many people think of intimacy as purely physical, but there's so much more to it. At its core, intimacy is about emotional connection. It's about feeling understood, valued, and safe with someone. But why is it so difficult to foster this kind of connection? To truly understand intimacy, we need to explore its psychological foundations. Several psychological theories attempt to explain why humans crave closeness and connection. One of the most famous is attachment theory, developed by John Bowlby. According to this theory, the way we bond with others is influenced by our early childhood experiences. For instance, if a child feels safe and secure with their caregiver, they're more likely to form healthy, secure attachments in adulthood. On the other hand, people with insecure attachments may struggle with intimacy. This foundational understanding is essential because intimacy isn't just something that happens. It's something that's shaped by our experiences, emotions, and psychological needs. It's not enough to just be there. You need to create an environment where intimacy can naturally thrive. Number 2. Understanding the female mind and emotions. Now, let's turn our attention to understanding the female mind and emotions. Men and women often process emotions differently, and this can lead to misunderstandings when it comes to intimacy. Many men tend to think logically and compartmentalize emotions, while women are often more in touch with their emotions and may seek to connect on an emotional level before physical intimacy becomes meaningful to them. This difference is rooted in both biology and psychology. For instance, oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, plays a significant role in how women bond emotionally. Women produce higher levels of oxytocin during moments of affection, such as hugging, kissing, and intimate moments. This hormone helps build emotional connections, fostering feelings of trust and security. But here's the key: women typically need emotional intimacy before they're open to physical intimacy. So, if you're focusing solely on physical affection without building that emotional foundation, it might feel forced or superficial to her. Psychologists also note that women are generally more attuned to non-verbal cues. This means that your body language, tone of voice, and even the way you respond to her emotions can speak louder than words. Understanding these nuances is crucial for creating a deeper connection. Number 3. Stoicism and relationships. A surprising connection. Now you might be wondering, how does Stoicism, a philosophy known for its emphasis on emotional control, fit into this discussion about intimacy? At first glance, stoicism and intimacy might seem like opposites. After all, stoicism teaches us to master our emotions and remain calm in the face of adversity. But this emotional mastery can actually enhance intimacy in profound ways. First, let's define Stoicism. Stoicism is an ancient Greek philosophy that teaches us to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. It emphasizes virtues like wisdom, courage, and self-control. In relationships, these virtues can be incredibly powerful tools for building intimacy. For example, one of the key challenges in fostering intimacy is managing your own emotional responses. Let's face it, relationships can be emotionally charged, but if you're constantly reacting to every emotional high and low, it's hard to build that stable, secure foundation that intimacy requires. This is where Stoicism comes in. By practicing emotional regulation, you're able to approach your relationship with a sense of calm and clarity, which in turn creates a safe space for her to open up emotionally. Stoicism also teaches us to focus on the present moment. Too often, we let past experiences or future worries cloud our judgment in relationships. By staying present, you're better able to truly listen to your partner and engage with her on a deeper level. This mindfulness not only improves communication, but also fosters a sense of connection that is critical for intimacy. Number 4. The role of communication in craving intimacy. Speaking of communication, let's talk about how it plays into intimacy. The way you communicate with your partner has a profound impact on how connected she feels to you. Good communication goes beyond just talking. It's about truly understanding and being understood. From a psychological perspective, effective communication fosters a sense of emotional safety. When she feels heard and understood, she's more likely to open up and share her deeper thoughts and feelings. But poor communication can have the opposite effect, creating distance and eroding the trust that's essential for intimacy. One key aspect of effective communication is active listening. Active listening involves fully focusing on what your partner is saying, without interrupting or planning your response while she's speaking. It's about being fully present in the conversation. When you practice active listening, you show her that her thoughts and emotions matter to you, which strengthens the emotional bond. Non-verbal communication is just as important. Remember, women are often more attuned to non-verbal cues, so your body language, facial expressions, and even your tone of voice can have a significant impact on how she perceives the interaction. For instance, maintaining eye contact and using open body language signals that you're engaged and interested while crossing your arms or looking away can create emotional distance. Number 5. Building emotional safety. Lastly, let's talk about emotional safety, one of the most critical components in making her crave intimacy. Emotional safety is the foundation upon which intimacy is built. If a woman doesn't feel emotionally safe with you, she won't be able to open up fully, and without that vulnerability, true intimacy can't exist. So, what is emotional safety? In simple terms, it's the feeling of being able to express yourself without fear of judgment, rejection, or retaliation. It's knowing that your emotions and thoughts will be met with understanding and empathy. When you create this environment for her, you pave the way for a deeper, more meaningful connection. Stoicism can help you foster emotional safety by encouraging emotional stability and patience. When you remain calm and composed, even during disagreements or emotionally charged moments, you demonstrate that you're a safe person for her to confide in. This emotional security is what makes her feel safe enough to let her guard down and crave that deep emotional connection with you. Number 6. The power of vulnerability in building intimacy. An often overlooked aspect of fostering intimacy is vulnerability. For many men, vulnerability may feel like a weakness. Society tends to teach men to be strong, composed, and in control. While Stoicism encourages emotional control, it doesn't mean suppressing emotions or never sharing your feelings. In fact, vulnerability is one of the key elements that can deepen emotional intimacy between partners. Being vulnerable means allowing yourself to be seen and heard in your authentic state, imperfections and all. This doesn't mean you need to be emotionally open all the time, but sharing your thoughts, fears, and struggles in a genuine way shows her that you trust her with your emotions. This openness can encourage her to do the same. Brené Brown, a renowned researcher on vulnerability, suggests that vulnerability is the birthplace of connection and trust. When you're open with your partner about what you're feeling or thinking, you create an atmosphere of authenticity. You're saying, "I trust you enough to show you the real me." This shared vulnerability fosters a deeper emotional bond, which in turn builds a solid foundation for intimacy. Psychologically speaking, when both partners feel safe to express their vulnerability, it strengthens the emotional connection. A woman is more likely to crave intimacy when she feels emotionally connected and safe to be herself around you. Number 7. How to create an intimate environment. Practical tips. Now that we've discussed the psychological foundations of intimacy and the importance of emotional connection, let's dive into some practical ways to create an intimate environment with your partner. Prioritize quality time. It's not just about spending time together. It's about making that time meaningful. Engage in activities that allow you to connect on a deeper level. Whether it's having a heartfelt conversation, going for a walk together, or even cooking a meal. Focus on being fully present during these moments. Turn off distractions, such as your phone or TV, and give her your undivided attention. This signals that you value her and the time you spend together, which helps foster a sense of closeness. Be supportive and encouraging. Intimacy grows when both partners feel supported in their individual lives. Be her cheerleader. Support her dreams, listen when she talks about her challenges, and offer encouragement. When she feels that you have her back, she's more likely to open up emotionally. Create physical closeness. While emotional intimacy is crucial, physical closeness also plays a role. This doesn't necessarily mean sexual intimacy, but small gestures like holding hands, hugging, or sitting close to each other can enhance the bond. Physical touch releases oxytocin, which helps create a sense of trust and connection. Have deep conversations. Surface-level conversations won't cut it if you're looking to build true intimacy. Ask her about her thoughts, fears, dreams, and aspirations. Be genuinely interested in getting to know her on a deeper level. These deep conversations can create a bond that goes beyond the physical. Show empathy and understanding. When she shares something vulnerable or difficult, be empathetic. Try to understand where she's coming from without immediately offering solutions or minimizing her feelings. Sometimes, all she needs is for you to listen and validate her emotions. Number 8. Breaking through emotional barriers. In some cases, building intimacy can be challenging if your partner has emotional barriers. These barriers might stem from past trauma, insecurity, or fear of rejection. It's essential to approach these barriers with patience and understanding. If she's guarded or hesitant to open up, don't push her to be vulnerable before she's ready. Instead, create an environment where she feels safe to take her time. Here are a few strategies for breaking through emotional barriers. Practice. Patience. Emotional intimacy can't be rushed. If she's been hurt in the past or struggles with trust issues, it might take longer for her to open up. Respect her pace and give her the time she needs to feel comfortable. Reassure her with actions. Trust is built through consistent actions. Show her through your behavior that you're reliable, supportive, and committed. These actions will slowly chip away at her emotional walls. Encourage open communication. Encourage her to talk about her feelings or fears without judgment. When she sees that you're open to discussing tough topics in a non-confrontational way, she'll be more likely to share what's on her mind. Be a steady presence. If she's dealing with emotional barriers, consistency is key. Being emotionally stable and consistent in your actions will help create a sense of security, making it easier for her to open up over time. Number 9. Stoicism and emotional mastery in relationships. As we discussed earlier, Stoicism emphasizes emotional mastery. But how does this play into your relationship, and why is it important for intimacy? One of the biggest challenges in relationships is navigating emotions, both your own and your partner's. Emotional ups and downs are inevitable. However, how you handle these emotional fluctuations can either strengthen or weaken your bond. Stoicism teaches that while you can't control external events, you can control how you respond to them. In relationships, this means that when conflicts or emotional moments arise, you have the power to choose your reaction. Instead of reacting impulsively or emotionally, Stoicism encourages you to approach these situations with calm and rational thinking. When you demonstrate emotional mastery, you create a sense of security in the relationship. Your partner knows that she can rely on you to remain calm and supportive, even in difficult situations. This emotional stability is crucial for building a strong, intimate connection. Moreover, Stoicism encourages you to focus on virtues like empathy, patience, and understanding, all of which are essential for creating a loving, intimate relationship. By practicing these virtues, you become a better partner, capable of fostering deeper emotional bonds. Number 10. Intimacy as an ongoing process. Building intimacy isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process that requires time, effort, and patience. It's important to recognize that intimacy doesn't just happen overnight. It's built through small, consistent actions that demonstrate trust, love, and respect. By understanding the psychological foundations of intimacy and how emotions play a role, you're already taking a big step toward creating a deeper connection with your partner. The key is to be patient, empathetic, and open to vulnerability. Remember, true intimacy goes beyond the physical. It's about creating a safe emotional space where both you and your partner can be yourselves, without fear or judgment. When you cultivate this kind of environment, intimacy naturally follows. Number 11. Nurturing emotional intelligence in relationships. A key factor in maintaining intimacy over the long term is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EQ, refers to your ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, as well as to recognize and influence the emotions of others. High emotional intelligence allows you to navigate the complex emotional dynamics of a relationship with grace and wisdom. Here's how developing your emotional intelligence can improve your relationship. Self-awareness. Understanding your own emotional triggers and patterns helps you remain calm and composed during emotionally charged situations. When you're aware of how you react to different situations, you can better control your responses, avoiding impulsive or harmful reactions. For example, if you notice that certain topics make you feel defensive, being aware of that can help you take a step back and approach the conversation calmly rather than reacting out of frustration. Empathy. A key aspect of emotional intelligence is the ability to empathize with your partner's feelings. Empathy doesn't mean agreeing with everything she says, but it does mean acknowledging and validating her emotions. When she feels understood, it deepens the emotional connection, fostering trust and intimacy. Emotional regulation. Part of emotional intelligence is managing your emotions in a way that benefits both you and your partner. This means not letting anger, frustration, or stress dictate your actions. Instead, practice responding thoughtfully and with compassion, even during disagreements. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather processing them in a healthy way. Social skills. Being able to communicate effectively, resolve conflicts peacefully, and build strong interpersonal connections are essential components of emotional intelligence. These skills are particularly valuable in relationships where misunderstandings or miscommunications can sometimes occur. By developing strong social skills, you can navigate these challenges with ease. The more emotionally intelligent you are, the easier it will be to maintain and build intimacy. Emotional intelligence is like a muscle. You can strengthen it with practice and mindfulness. Number 12. How to handle conflicts while maintaining intimacy. Conflict is inevitable in any relationship, but how you handle conflict can make or break intimacy. When disagreements arise, they can either pull you closer together or drive a wedge between you. To preserve and even strengthen intimacy during conflicts, it's crucial to approach disagreements with an open mind and a focus on resolution rather than simply being right. Here are some practical tips for handling conflicts while maintaining intimacy. Stay calm and collected. During conflicts, emotions can run high, but it's essential to stay calm. If either of you gets too emotional, it can cloud judgment and lead to hurtful comments or actions. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that the goal is to resolve the issue, not to win the argument. Use I statements. When discussing conflicts, frame your thoughts and feelings using I statements rather than you statements. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," say, "I feel unheard when we have conversations." This approach prevents the conversation from sounding accusatory and helps maintain a constructive tone. Listen actively. Truly listening to your partner without interrupting is one of the most effective ways to resolve conflicts. Active listening involves giving her your full attention, acknowledging her feelings, and repeating back what she says to ensure you understand her point of view. When she feels heard and understood, it's easier to find common ground. Compromise. Healthy relationships are built on compromise. You may not always agree on everything, but finding a middle ground where both of your needs are met is key to maintaining intimacy. Be willing to give a little in order to reach a solution that works for both of you. Apologize. Sincerely. If you're in the wrong, don't hesitate to apologize. A sincere apology can go a long way in mending the relationship and rebuilding trust. It's important to own up to your mistakes and show that you're committed to making things right. Set boundaries. Sometimes conflicts arise because of a lack of boundaries. Be clear with each other about what is and isn't acceptable in your relationship. Setting boundaries ensures that both partners feel respected and valued, which is essential for maintaining intimacy. When conflicts are handled with care and respect, they can actually bring you closer together. It's during these moments of vulnerability and honesty that intimacy can grow, as you learn more about each other's needs and how to support one another. Number 13. The role of gratitude in strengthening intimacy. Gratitude is a powerful force in relationships, yet it's often overlooked. When you actively express gratitude toward your partner, it reinforces positive feelings and reminds her of the value she brings to the relationship. Over time, this can deepen the emotional connection and strengthen intimacy. Here's how you can cultivate gratitude in your relationship. Show appreciation. Small acts of appreciation go a long way in making your partner feel valued. Whether it's thanking her for making dinner, complimenting her on something she's done, or simply telling her how much she means to you, expressing gratitude regularly creates a positive atmosphere in the relationship. Focus on the positive. In long-term relationships, it's easy to focus on what's lacking or on minor annoyances. Instead, make a conscious effort to focus on the positive aspects of your partner and your relationship. By keeping a mental list of things you're grateful for, you'll foster a mindset of appreciation and reduce unnecessary negativity. Practice acts of kindness. Gratitude doesn't always have to be verbal. Small, thoughtful actions, like doing something nice for your partner without being asked, can be powerful demonstrations of gratitude. These gestures show her that you appreciate her and are willing to put in effort to make her happy. Share your gratitude. Take time to regularly express your gratitude openly, whether it's over a heartfelt conversation or a simple text message. Letting her know how grateful you are for her presence in your life reinforces your emotional bond. It's a simple but effective way to nurture intimacy. When both partners feel appreciated and valued, the relationship flourishes. Gratitude acts as a foundation of positivity and emotional connection, making it easier to build and maintain intimacy over time. Number 14. Building a lasting emotional connection. Intimacy is not just about the present moment. It's about creating a lasting emotional connection that stands the test of time. This emotional connection is what keeps couples together through the highs and lows of life, allowing the relationship to grow and deepen. Building a lasting emotional connection involves consistency. Trust and intimacy are built through consistent actions. Whether it's being emotionally available, supportive, or affectionate, consistency shows that you're committed to maintaining the relationship. Shared experiences. Creating meaningful memories together strengthens your bond. Engage in activities that both of you enjoy, explore new hobbies, and continue to grow together as a couple. These shared experiences create a sense of unity and belonging. Emotional availability. Being emotionally available means being there for your partner, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. Make an effort to be fully present during conversations, listen attentively, and offer support when needed. Maintaining curiosity. Never stop learning about your partner. Over time, people grow and change, so it's important to stay curious about each other's thoughts, feelings, and desires. Asking deep questions and engaging in meaningful conversations keeps the emotional connection alive. Number 15. The power of physical intimacy. Physical intimacy is a crucial part of any romantic relationship. It encompasses not just sexual activity, but also non-sexual touch, like hugging, kissing, and holding hands. These small acts of physical affection help build emotional closeness and make your partner feel loved and desired. Here's how physical intimacy can strengthen your relationship. Non-sexual touch. Simple gestures like holding hands, hugging, or cuddling can release oxytocin, a hormone that promotes bonding and feelings of trust. Regular physical touch communicates love and affection, and it plays a key role in maintaining intimacy. Even if life gets busy, make sure to take moments to physically connect with your partner in these small ways. Sexual connection. A healthy sexual relationship can deepen emotional intimacy. Sex is a form of communication, and when both partners feel comfortable and fulfilled in this area, it can strengthen the bond between them. Open communication about sexual desires, boundaries, and needs is essential. Don't be afraid to talk openly about what you both enjoy and what you'd like to improve in your sexual relationship. Physical affection as reassurance. During challenging times, physical affection can act as a form of reassurance, reminding your partner that you're there for her. A simple hug or kiss can convey love and support when words aren't enough. Respecting boundaries. While physical intimacy is important, it's equally important to respect your partner's boundaries. Not everyone expresses or experiences physical affection in the same way. Be mindful of what your partner is comfortable with and always prioritize consent and mutual satisfaction. Physical intimacy creates a sense of closeness that can't always be achieved through words alone. It strengthens the emotional bond between partners and helps build trust, security, and affection. Number 16. Overcoming intimacy barriers. At times you may face challenges that make it difficult to maintain intimacy. These barriers can come in many forms: emotional, physical, or external factors like stress and life changes. Being aware of potential barriers and having strategies to overcome them is crucial for preserving and strengthening intimacy. Some common barriers to intimacy include stress and exhaustion. Life's demands, such as work, family, and personal obligations, can leave you feeling drained, making it difficult to prioritize intimacy. To overcome this, it's important to make time for your relationship. Schedule regular date nights, even if they're simple, and find ways to relax and de-stress together. Emotional distance. Sometimes unresolved issues or emotional baggage can create distance between partners. If you notice a growing emotional gap, take the initiative to address it. Have open, honest conversations about what's been bothering you and work together to find solutions. If needed, consider seeking couples counseling to help navigate complex emotional challenges. Lack of communication. Poor communication can lead to misunderstandings, resentment, and a loss of intimacy. If you find that you're not communicating effectively, take steps to improve. This might involve setting aside time for regular check-ins with your partner or practicing active listening during conversations. Physical or health issues. Sometimes physical health problems can affect intimacy, particularly sexual intimacy. If this is the case, it's important to approach the issue with sensitivity and compassion. Seek medical advice if necessary, and explore other ways to maintain physical closeness, such as through cuddling, massages, or simply spending time together. Fear of vulnerability. Intimacy requires vulnerability, and for some, that can be difficult. Whether due to past traumas or fear of rejection, opening up emotionally might feel risky. However, being vulnerable is essential for building a deep connection. Start by sharing small, personal thoughts or feelings, and gradually build up to more intimate topics as trust grows. By recognizing and addressing these barriers, you can work to overcome them and create a more intimate and fulfilling relationship. Number 17. The importance of playfulness in a relationship. While deep emotional connections and serious conversations are vital, playfulness and fun are also key ingredients in maintaining intimacy. A sense of humor and lightheartedness can help keep the relationship fresh and exciting, reducing tension and increasing bonding. Here are some ways to bring more playfulness into your relationship. Laugh together. Sharing a laugh is one of the quickest ways to build a connection. Watch a funny movie together, share jokes, or reminisce about funny memories. Laughter not only relieves stress, but also fosters a sense of camaraderie and joy in the relationship. Surprise each other. Keep the spark alive by surprising your partner with small gestures of love. Whether it's a spontaneous weekend getaway, an unexpected love note, or cooking her favorite meal, surprises show thoughtfulness and add excitement to the relationship. Engage in playful competition. Friendly competition, like playing games or engaging in sports, can bring out your playful side and allow you to bond in a light-hearted way. Just make sure to keep it fun and not overly serious. Revisit childhood hobbies. Sometimes revisiting the activities you loved as a child, like playing board games, riding bikes, or going to an amusement park, can bring a sense of playfulness and nostalgia to the relationship. Flirt with each other. Flirting doesn't have to stop after the early stages of dating. Keep the flirtatious energy alive by complimenting your partner, sending cute texts, or teasing her playfully. Flirting helps maintain the romantic spark and reminds your partner that you find her attractive and desirable. Playfulness adds a sense of adventure and lightheartedness to a relationship, making it more enjoyable and less prone to becoming stagnant. Couples who continue to play and have fun together often have stronger emotional bonds and longer-lasting relationships. Number 18. The role of personal growth in maintaining intimacy. Intimacy doesn't just rely on what you do as a couple, it also depends on how much you grow as an individual. Personal development plays a significant role in the health of your relationship. The more you work on yourself, the better equipped you are to show up fully for your partner. Here's how personal growth impacts intimacy. Self-awareness. When you take the time to reflect on your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, you become more aware of how you contribute to the relationship. This awareness allows you to make positive changes that enhance intimacy, such as improving communication or addressing personal insecurities. Confidence and self-esteem. Working on personal growth boosts your confidence and self-esteem, which in turn makes you a more attractive and secure partner. When you feel good about yourself, it's easier to be vulnerable, give and receive love, and maintain a healthy emotional balance in the relationship. Ongoing learning. Relationships, like individuals, evolve over time. Being committed to learning and growing, both personally and as a couple, ensures that you don't become complacent. Read books, attend workshops, or engage in activities that promote self-improvement. As you grow, the relationship will grow with you. Emotional resilience. Personal growth builds emotional resilience, allowing you to handle relationship challenges with greater ease. When you're emotionally resilient, you can navigate conflicts and setbacks without letting them erode intimacy. You'll also be better equipped to support your partner during difficult times. Personal growth is an ongoing journey, and as you continue to evolve, so will your capacity for deeper intimacy. By investing in yourself, you'll create a stronger foundation for your relationship to thrive. Number 19. Nurturing intimacy for the long term. Maintaining intimacy in a long-term relationship requires effort, but it's deeply rewarding. By focusing on emotional intelligence, communication, physical connection, playfulness, and personal growth, you can build a relationship that remains intimate and fulfilling over time. The key is to remain curious, attentive, and willing to invest in the relationship. Intimacy isn't something that happens by accident. It's something that you create together, day by day. By continuing to nurture your connection, you'll experience deeper love, trust, and joy in your partnership. Number 20. The lifelong journey of intimacy. Finally, it's important to recognize that intimacy is not a destination, but a lifelong journey. It requires ongoing effort, communication, and a willingness to adapt as both you and your partner grow. Over time, your relationship may face various challenges, and that's completely normal. Embrace these moments as opportunities for growth, understanding, and renewed closeness. Stay curious about each other, be open to learning, and keep the lines of communication wide open. As you both evolve, your intimacy will deepen, enriching your bond in ways you may not have imagined. Remember, it's in the everyday moments, sharing laughter, comforting one another, and celebrating achievements, that intimacy flourishes. If you found this video helpful and want to explore more insights into building lasting relationships, make sure to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with valuable content that can help you enhance your emotional intelligence and navigate the complexities of love. Join our community as we journey together towards stronger, more intimate relationships. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and remember, intimacy is a beautiful journey, one worth pursuing every day.